Hello, friends. We return for the true very last episode. Um, we are going to be labeling things, putting names to stuff, and changing our font to better fit the vibe. We're going to be utilizing the Burning Caldera's name here, and we use this font so it'll stand out against the background that we were using. So let's start looking into these to see if they fit what we're going for. We also want it to be a font that is easy to read for those who might have some trouble. Oh, I kind of like that one. Oh, nope. I would like to be able to read it, please. That's kind of cool. If we were doing more steampunk, or not steampunk, what am I talking about? Cyberpunk. There we go. More cyberpunk kind of things. These would be very good for that one. And this is a very good stand-in one, but we're gonna go up here and do the finger paint because I like that one. Haboop. Can I do this as a group? Yeah. Let's go. Finger paint. All right. All right. All right. All right. We aren't going to join these up by a road. These are all protected by the J Colossus sect, so they have their own means of getting around. Same thing with not connecting this big guy to the road, because also bad guys, or one of the bad guys. He's not the bad guy. All right, let's get the notes up. Oh, there is one. Okay, fascinating. Would that be a uh, So we're going to assume that we want something similar to the City of Jade. That is the first one that I mentioned. White City has been used a lot in a lot of my games, but I leave it up here just in case anyone wants it. Imperial Capital is kind of a generic term. We're going to stick with the City of Jade just for the sake of naming conventions of other places, which means that there is color, stone, this kind of belief that everything has to be somewhat beautiful in name. Um, we could probably even stick with the city of kind of vibe, but I feel like there needs to be like a real like an in-universe name. So we'll grab it right up above, and just for right now, we'll call that the city of Amber. Then we'll do the city of Ivory because it is in the snowy area there. Do this one below just so that it doesn't cut into any of the one city that's located above. Though we might also make it like go down a step here. We'll do obsidian, especially since it's so friggin' big. Do it like that. And then just kind of scoochy. City of obsidian. And then the city of emerald. And then this one will be the city of glass. Ooh, hold on. Um, Hold on to that name. We're gonna do one of the mountains, lots of stone. Do topaz. For now. For now. I don't want City of Ivory. I want City of Glass here. Cause you got a whole ass volcano right there. Then we're gonna use ooh. Sorry, that was from an email I just had. Briefly distracted. I kind of want to know what the names are going to be. As one might expect, I don't speak Chinese, so trying to find Chinese names for things are is going to rely on looking into a oh, excuse me, uh, a nice little translator kind of thing. But I don't want we'll say let's see what this one says. They need to be somewhat easy to say, or at least while we're waiting for that. Mr. Mask. Make this go down just a little bit. That outline pretty much isn't even there. Keep that one. Don't need that much shading on the sides of things. We're going to make our waves a little bit smaller, but more numerous. Yeah, just double the number. Ooh. Okay. Do it like this. For any Chinese speakers out there. Do I need to put a bigger gap? Well, that's a huge gap. What if I just cut it and then do just a separate thing. There we go. Is there a way to... Sorry, this is taking a teensy bit longer than I expected. See if I can listen to what this sounds like. It's like... No. Original? I just want to hear what it sounds like. Oh, neat. Okay, cool. That is not something I get to learn what that sounds like. Um, so we've named all of our major capitals here. We're just going to go through and give them neat little names. Not sure. That one sounds kind of cool. Silent Sea. I said I didn't want to cover up that one. So we're going to have to scooch some things around. Oh. Okay. Works for me. What am I? That one, that plane. I know how to spell stuff. So we've got Jinghai, Beihan. Oh, Anshan, Yanbai. I like Yanbai. And then we just take both of these and scooch them. And the city of Emerald. Oh, maybe we should add some trees. More trees. We love trees. It's like our favoriteest thing. Make them a little bit more dense though. Back up to 33. Bang. Bang. Who knows? Maybe one of my players will choose one of these sect areas. I might even just leave them blank for somebody else to choose what to do with them when we start playing on Saturday. Or not Saturday. Also, there shouldn't be that many trees. part of me got stuck in the hole. It's like, we should add lots of trees. It's like, no. Oh, we can do lots of trees here, though. That's fine. That does not break up my back. Well, guess what, trees? All of you are selected, and you get to go and visit big trees. Now, let's do this the right way. These trees should not be on the first layer. All 0 layer. Keep it at the same density. Getting lots of emails. I'm an important feller today. But granted, most of my emails aren't all that important. Okay, that's fine. Got distracted. Wanted more trees. Now we're at 23,000 trees. Beautiful. Word. Alright, City of Emerald. Sean May. Hai Ching. Shang-Chi. Ooh. Yeah. Oop. Here we go. Tianxi. And then trees and don't have to worry about anything anymore. At least for that particular portion. Maybe they didn't realize that it was that kind of game. These are really long ones. Which is not necessarily bad. Oh, sure. Put it here, and then we'll scooch everything down again. Might also change their coloring. As much as I want to get rid of those, I need to wait until we have a choice from our group. All right. It's a little bit shorter than expected, but oh, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna start. Oh, I jumped the gun a little bit. Let's make this a little bit easier. We're gonna keep the sect names red, just so that they stand out a lot more. But all of these are going to be a color that I can see. Do we want Vibrant green. Let's go kind of an orangey-ish color. That's fine. Could also change them to be the color of their city title. But before we do too much more, we're going to make some big names for our topographical things. So for example, this is the oh, just do this Dragon Spine Mountains. And then we're going to make it a little bit bigger. And then we're going to give it some letter spacing. Drag it down a little. Probably put it underneath the Bleeding Sunsets stuff. And then we're going to give it a bit of a curl. But we want it this way. And then just give it brief rotation just like that. And then we're going to make it can we do like an overlay with it? And then just raise the opacity a bunch? Yeah, that works for me. And then we're going to rotate this around. And then we want it to span most of this. And we're going to make the curve go the other way. We're going to rotate it again. And this will be the world's end ocean. A little bit more spacing. I'm going to make it a blue color. Maybe make it less curved. And then the C in here, I'm going to make this less spaced out. This will be the golden C. We're actually going to put a little bit of actual kind of gold tint to this portion of the sea. We're not going to be too crazy with it. We're actually going to make its opacity go down by about 50%. Then use this guy and just kind of so it's called the Golden Sea because when light reflects upon it, it appears golden. This actually looks kind of bad, actually. Do we want the assumption to be that it looks golden as more of like a roleplay value kind of thing? Let's see if let's let the undoing catch up. When I could just go back through with the actual blue ocean stuff. Okay. Is this not what was used for the water? Did I not use this for the water? I probably didn't I? Do we need the more darker color? Oh, I just went around and like made things lighter. Gotcha. Well, now I gotta go back through and fix that, but that's fine. I could do that. My bad, y'all. I've been asleep, apparently, while doing these videos. So remembering all of the nitty-gritty things is going to take a lot more effort than it is worth. So expect this to be a repeating occurrence. Even my players know that I don't remember everything. Most of the time, I'm just coming up with stuff on the fly. A normal experience in a Cryptmaster game. Okay, so spacing. It's not the worst. Oop, oop. This way. Okay, I feel like you need to fade in there a little bit more. Same thing with you. I want you to be legible, but not crazy legible. And then last bit of text for this kind of stuff is oh, what'll be a good one for this one? The assumption being that there's a reason why there's an active volcano here. Let's just go down a little bit more. Make the curve go kind of this way instead. Because as soon as I start spacing stuff, what if I make it smaller and then space? Kind of? No, that's fine. I'm cool with that. Then we're actually going to go through and just text and then lock it. Ooh, World's End Ocean. My friend, my guy, what are you doing? Oh, make you a little bit bigger. The World's End Ocean. Okay, the last minute couple of things. Do I have an applicable compass? I do. Well, do we use the kind of painted kind of one? You know what? That's kind of been the vibe through this, so I think yes. I'm gonna do it this way. Kind of impacting our World's End Ocean there, but that'll be fine. The world is not coming to an end because of it. Make it about that size. You know what? That's perfect. North. And then east, south, and west. What? Oh, you need to be at least on the third level, just so that nothing really gets you. And then that. There is our compass. We'll turn the grid back on because I just wanted to see what it looks like with the grid turned on. Do we have a measurement? Like the little grid spacer thingy that says, hey, this is how far it is between grid squares. We have a frame. We're going to have to dip into one of the other thingamajigs. And that is perfectly fine. Hey, fantasy world. Crack my neck there. Grab something that, no, maybe we want. I don't think it has more than one. Oh, okay. Need each one to be roughly the same size as, oh, that's a grid square. And then we put it, we'll put it like right there. And then we put more text on it. To make travel easier, we're going to make each square roughly 24 miles. Making it certain that there are large gaps between living spaces. Put it down to about there, and then 24 miles. I'm going to change the paint. We're going to change the paint, change the font for this one, because it's a little bit more official. We want it to be somewhat easier to read, if for no other reason than to stand out from what we've done already. A little bit smaller. And then just like put it right there. And then 24, 48, 72. Then 96. 120. Okay. 120 miles. I could have done kilometers, but then I would have to adjust so much on the map as it is in Foundry to really fit within that criteria. You know what? Sure, we'll just keep it like that. All right. This can I? Oh, I don't think I can do one last big adjustment. Instead, what we'll do is we're gonna do a name placard, and we're gonna do this guy. I'll put him up here because it doesn't really occlude anything, and I want it to be just under the text plates, and then using one of our other fonts from before, we want, this is the Star Lotus Empire. We're going to give it a that kind of color scheme and a more fitting font alongside a drop shadow. Maybe you should do more of like along the lines of how dark that green is next to it. Kind of like that. And it matches with it being the city of Jade. We'll keep that in there for now until I get enough votes from either the previous video or this one about which one it should be. Then we hit the save button. And now, this is what we're going to look like for the time being. We'll add more things as the gameplay progresses. And we might even have update videos on that, especially what the sects are going to be for those last two, and any other particular names that we need. Like, the City of Jade. What is that particular, like, stylized name going to be, and so forth. So I hope everyone has a continued good rest of their day, the rest of their week, the rest of their weekend. This is the end of this particular map series, though if you want to see more other maps that I will make, for example, I'm going to be making a game that revolves around sailing with kind of a Magipunk kind of thing. I already did like an airships kind of game. I want to do ocean ships kind of game. Whether it's going to be D&D 5th edition or in Savage Worlds, I don't know. We'll see which one has the better access to ships and such, and which one I can finagle with enough. I'll probably go with Savage Worlds, but hey, if there's enough votes, I might run it as D&D. So thank you very much for your continued patronage in these videos. And as I mentioned, have a good one. Like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. Let me know what you think. Have a good rest of your day.